as time is going by and we're more able to integrate together and more able to share memories and more able to see things through the lens of our own experience instead of how our experience has affected our family, as that is just what some parts have been taught to see and feel instead of what we're feeling and how things are for us. It's building a real fucked up picture of how abusive our family actually was. This picture is very relieving for parts of us, say the persecutors in here, to be able to express and to have other parts able to see, because we've seen it our whole fucking lives and been exiled for it and for responding to it with rightful fucking rage. As if we were the problem because our family are victim blaming abuse apologist assholes. And it's shocking to enmeshed parts of us, hosting parts of us, young parts of us, parts of our system who were indoctrinated and gaslit our whole lives into thinking that our family was unconditionally loving and not at all abusive, and that abusers were safe people. So this reality of how fucked up our family have actually been and how abusive they have actually been in their treatment to us is really literally sending us into shock on the daily at the minute, because it's news for some parts. And at the same time, it's extremely fucking relieving for other parts that we can finally see that it can be seen and heard by these parts of us who I just kind of thought, I don't even know what I thought. I just kind of thought that the family must treat them okay so they don't care how they treat us. But I realise now, gaslighting isn't as obvious when that's the response you've always had. It's obvious to parts of us who are persecutors, who were exiled, because our family always treated us like shit. But to the other parts where the family was acting like doting, loving people and then warping the reality, it does a lot more fucked up shit. And we didn't really realise that this is how other parts of us were being treated, so why they couldn't see how things were. So it was a big relief and a big shock on both sides, actually. I would say that I'm furious and shocked about how parts that I thought were treated well were actually treated. And I know they're shocked by how fucking manipulative and toxic our family can be. So we've got this timeline that we've worked out. It makes it really fucking clear. Let me just give a rundown, just a bullet point list of this one tiny fragment of this one section of topic that we've learned about our aunt and put into place that is helping us really clearly see how fucked up our family have been. So our aunt knowingly associates with the photo cunt, a known child predator. She praises him on his achievement of not molesting his own daughters while they were growing up, while knowing he was sexually abusing us, her sister's kids. She believed that abuse was okay. When we asked her in 2021 if she'd known that he was abusing us at the time, she said, "Yeah, I do recall, but in my aspy way, I must have thought you'd only do it if you were okay with it." Victim blaming fucking bullshit. You fucking what? You fucking what? Not done. Just furious. Just. She invited a friend after love bombing them as a vulnerable teenager that she'd met online to stay with her and the pedo photo cunt at his house in France before ever having met this friend in person. The first time she met this friend in person was at their art exhibition, where some of the work involved was about their own trauma in surviving CSA, where this is the first face-to-face meeting that our aunt is having with them, and our aunt unexpectedly brings her friend, the fucking paedophile, to their exhibit, a CSA survivors exhibit, containing their own trauma. Fucked Up just doesn't even fucking cover it, you know, it's fucking disgusting, sickening. Our aunt then recently, this month, sent this friend a photo of themselves standing next to this fucking pedo photo cunt at said exhibition. And our aunt sent them this photo on the very same day that we publicly outed him as our abuser. Well, there's not a lot of reasons that somebody would have to do that now, are there? There's just fucking manipulation and bullshit. And the sentiment of, hey, don't listen to verses. Look, remember when you met this guy? Remember what a nice person this person is? Which is not the impression this person got of him anyway, because he's fucking not. But other than trying to colour somebody's image of him on the same day that we out him as our abuser, I don't know why you'd send that. And when we spoke to our aunt, asking, hey, did you see this video that we posted? Because you haven't said anything. Obviously, we're like really fucking sus at this point. This is why we ask, because we're like, no response in this case is not a good response. The people that care about us sent us messages of support to make sure that we were okay. And all of them were so fucking greatly appreciated. Our family? No, not so much. Not so much. Patricia sent us a message saying thinking of you all and sending love, but nothing on the video topic itself, and this was mid not responding to the message about boundaries that had just been crossed. Our aunt didn't send anything, but when we spoke to her, just dissociating, coming back online, when we spoke to her and said, hey, did you see this video? She said, yeah, just seeing that it was posted spun me out for a couple of days. Well, if that spun you out for a couple of days, you know, A, what the fuck, and B, I think bullshit, because why would you then send this photo to this friend? And what a sick fucking thing to do in the first place, to impose such a person on an exhibit of such a meaningful and important nature. What the fuck is wrong with you inviting them to come and stay with him, not having met them, the vulnerable teenager that you met online? Our whole fucking family are just his goddamn scouts. They just collect targets for him. That's what I'm seeing. We were one, and this friend could have been another. Thank fuck they didn't go. And then our family will gaslight. They are going to continuously gaslight. What they do is fuck all to do with us, because I think they are either so deep in denial, or they have their heads so far up their own fucking asses that they refuse to look at how something actually feels and genuinely empathise with the people that they're fucking harming. Every time when confronted, it's excuses and reasons for behaviour. Like defending themselves is the first port of fucking call, or defending him is the first port of fucking call. Like our aunt's response of like, I can't see why he'd have sent the slides to you unless he believes himself innocent. Like, I don't know what you're fucking trying to imply with a sentence like that, but it's fucked up. I don't know how the fuck you could know it was going on and think, oh, you must have thought we would be okay with it. Like a kid could be okay with that. And also, no, we made it very clear that we weren't okay with it, actually. But our mum just gently encouraged us to try the clothes on and see how it feels. So it doesn't fucking matter in this family if you express discomfort with sexual abuse. You are still pimped out to abusers because the underlying message is that their comfort is more important than our safety. And whether or not our family are just so fucking cowardly that they refuse to look inward at how fucked up their shit is to address it, or whether they actively are malicious and are working alongside abusers completely aware of what they're doing. I don't know. But either way, I'm allowed to fucking say it now. And the other parts of me are not getting blanked from the knowledge as I speak like we used to when we were young. Because to be aware of this when they're your only caretakers, that's not survivable. Now it is. Now we don't need them. We have each other and we have family around us that actually fucking care and show love. They don't just say it in guilt after they've fucked us over as some sort of excuse or like a band-aid on the problem. And they don't give us reasons for why we were abused as if it makes it all okay. The people around us now don't fucking abuse us, and they would never let anyone else. And neither would we. And this time, we don't need to exile the parts of us that will protect us for safety. We can actually all come together now and see this shit for what it is. This fucking abusive family of assholes and abuse apologists and victim blamers who never take the side of the survivor and in fact do everything they can to silence them. You can all go